From the wild world of DC politics to America's culture clash, brace yourself for the reality check you've been waiting for. The one and only Mike Gallagher Show.
I just posted a picture of the departure and arrival screen at Tampa International Airport. Got in yesterday a couple of hours late because of the big delays at LaGuardia leaving New York, but made it. Here we are back in the home base. We got iguanas falling out of the sky because it's cold here in Florida today. It's chilly, and I love it. I'm in that spirit. I'm playing Christmas carols in the car like a dope, getting ready to put the Christmas tree up this weekend. I don't know why I'm really feeling in the spirit. I'm in the spirit of the season. Maybe it's because of the great week we're having. I mean, last Tuesday was rough, wasn't fun, but now the fun is beginning as the Democrats are melting down in a big way. They're livid that the government shutdown is going to come to an end. They wanted to inflict as much damage and pain as humanly possible. Listen to Scott Jennings last night, our Salem colleague, on CNN, pointing out that the Democrats are proving that this, one, was a Democrat shutdown, and two, they're angry that the pain for hardworking Americans is about to end.
Democrats are willing to make people suffer. And you heard Democrat after Democrat today say, well, we just couldn't prolong the suffering. So they admit that their political tactics were designed to inflict suffering on the American people. We also learned about cynical politics in this.
He's right. The cynicism is at an all-time high on the part of the so-called moderates. Ro Khanna, oh my gosh. If I hear one more time what a moderate Ro Khanna is, he's not a moderate. He's an angry, far-left, partisan hack who went on Don Lemon's show yesterday to call out Democrat Party leadership. In other words, people like Ro Khanna believe that it's a failure of leadership on the Democrat side that is leading to SNAP benefits being restored, that is going to let people get back pay for all the hours they put in for free, that's going to get our veterans paid, our members of the military paid, going to get air traffic controllers paid, cops, military, again, poor people going to get food stamps again, and the left is angry about that. People like Congressman Ro Khanna are mad at their leadership for allowing a good thing like the government reopening again to occur.
It's mind-boggling. It's just people who are out of touch, who don't understand the political moment that we're in. Look, the good news is there's a new generation of leaders. Zoran Mamdani won, Abigail Spanberger won, Mikey Sherrill won. There are people who get it. Someone jokingly, or maybe it was serious, described me as a backbencher calling for Schumer's ouster. Some people who liked me came to my defense saying, no, he's not a backbencher. I said, no, the problem is those of us in the back need to get to the front. This party needs a change in the leadership.
Did you notice how he slipped up with his buddy there, Don Lemon, and said, the political moment we are in? That echoes what other Democrats have slipped up and admitted to. The shutdown was our shutdown because that's our leverage. That's our leverage. We needed to leverage the pain of the American people. This was a brazen, ugly, damaging, intentionally imposed misery. It reminds me of COVID and the lunatic lockdowns that they came up with and the way they put people out of business, firing people if they didn't want to get a vaccine, destroying people's lives, ending people's businesses, family businesses that in many cases have been in their family for generations. There are businesses that have never come back, all because of the draconian, outrageous lockdown tactics of the Democrat Party. Well, that's what they saw the shutdown in. They like this. They like to be in this space. I don't know how you negotiate with people like this. I just don't. I'd like to try. I'd like to try to rise above the anger and the bitterness. But I'm going to tell you right flat out, we got to get rid of the filibuster. We got to enact President Trump's agenda. And as long as there are activist, rogue federal judges who are going to continue to try to block the Trump agenda from moving forward, as long as they get to hide behind the filibuster and the 60-vote threshold, a lot of what Trump wants to get done isn't going to get done. Check out Senator Roger Marshall from Kansas on Fox News yesterday, pointing out how he's kind of come around on the issue of abolishing the filibuster.
Every day that this shutdown goes on, the more I'm convinced we need to end the filibuster. And as I do my math here, the same Democrats that some of my colleagues are counting on to protect the filibuster are the same Democrats who are afraid to come across the aisle and open the government. Just 2 years ago, every senator, Democrat senator that's still in office that's here today, voted to end the filibuster. Unless you can guarantee to me that the Democrats won't do it, then we need to seriously consider it. You know, the only other option I can think of is enshrining it as a constitutional amendment. But this absolutely should be the conversation and the debate today for the Republican caucus.
He's right. We got to have that conversation. We should have that debate right now, right here. 800-655-MIKE. It's Veterans Day. I want to make it a first caller day. If you've never called the show, but you like what we do, or you agree, or even if you disagree, I'd like to put you front and center. Although I do want to talk to Jim here in just a moment in San Antonio. Let him stay on there, Alex, because he wants to disagree with me about the filibuster. And I do. I welcome your conversation because I want to ask you quite simply, if you know the Democrats are going to abolish the filibuster as soon as they can, why in the world would you be okay with it still being in place? It's nonsensical. All I can imagine is that people who are against ending the filibuster, who want to keep the filibuster in place, secretly don't want Trump's agenda to succeed. I really believe that. There's no other explanation. I've tried for days. I've asked you over and over again, why keep the filibuster? We haven't gotten a single cognitive, coherent answer to my question. So please give it your best shot. 800-655-MIKE. Join us here in the Relief Factor studios on a very, very busy Breaking News Tuesday. 800-655-MIKE. Let me remind, I did mention that it's cold in a lot of places today.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.